Threatening the life of a sitting senator is a dumb idea. With your voice. Putting it online to let federal officials know about you, not a good idea. But you got to understand, the people on the left side of the political spectrum are idiots, for the most part. Now, you could say, well, is RBG an idiot? No, her opinion sucked, but that's just the way it is. And I rued the day that this was going to happen. And of course, you have people like this freaking the F out. But that's neither here nor there. Now, if you see these comments on Twitter from these complete unadulterated morons, this is the people who are voting to put a guy who has dementia into office. It blows my mind. You just look at these comments. I can't read them because who knows what YouTube will do. But you see them right here. This is what they think. I mean, these comments are unhinged. I don't get it. I knew this was going to happen, honestly. The reaction. But they ramped it up. What I thought they were going to, the reaction was going to be about an 8. It ended up to be about a 10 or 11. They just, the far left just keep surprising me every single day on how nuts they get. And I don't want to differentiate between a normal liberal, maybe left of center, and the people who are left of Pol Pot, Stalin, and Lenin. Those people you need to worry about. It's not the sane left, I guess. I guess like maybe who maybe disagrees with you, doesn't want to put you in a re-education camp. Those are the people you need to saddle up with and maybe try to convince to come to your side. There's no way you're going to convince these people right here to come to their senses, have a sane talk without yelling and screaming. This is what. Now I don't know. Maybe it's just they're mad and they're sad. I guess that's maybe grief manifests itself in different ways. But this happens all the time when one of their far left ideologues, they're the ones that put on a pedestal, the ones who, sacrifice children to. This is their reaction? This is insane. Just by going over these, now understand, these are just the ones I pulled off the Donald.win. Understand there's more than this. There's probably tens of thousands of this. It's amazing. You cannot talk with these people. It's impossible. Because they've lost their ever-living mind. Think about this. How would you sit down and talk with one of these people? How could you? You couldn't. There's no way. Not one bit. And that's what's the crazy thing about this is that I remember a time where you could discuss something like this with somebody, politics or religion or whatever. And growing up, and I always heard this thing, you don't discuss politics, religion, in polite company, blah, blah, blah. Maybe that was part of the problem, that we didn't do that. And so now no one, if you disagree with somebody who has a different opinion, that's what happens. Is you get people who think they're gonna win over you with their arguments by screaming and yelling at you and calling you racist, bigot, homophobes. That doesn't solve anything. That's just straw man arguments. That's just leveling a charge against someone that doesn't make any sense. I'm not perplexed anymore. I'm actually, I guess saddened is probably the correct response I have. I'm saddened that this is where we're at. And I always thought that maybe we should split the country up in 5 different, sections, because there's just no way we can, come together and, heal wounds, and or we just keep voting these leftists out and maybe they get crazier. But I think what we see here, this is not indicative of everyone who's left of center. This is a small, 5% minority of the far left. And you see this on the right, but they usually get silenced and they usually put underground, and which is also part of the problem. When you send people who have different opinions underground, they find like they're like minds and they group up. And you don't want that. You want people to voice their opinions, but you cannot go out and threaten the life, dare I say, a sitting senator or sitting congressman, the president. You can't do that. But you look at what we got here. You got people doing it. In conclusion here, did she leave or live an extraordinary life? Sure. Did I agree with her and anything? No. But now, here we are. And hopefully the president will fill a seat because that's his constitutional duty. And the Senate will probably follow suit. And of course, if you thought everything was crazy now, just wait because shit's going to get real.